Welcome to all of you, representatives of member states, representatives of the defense industry, partners, and in particular a very warm welcome to our Ukrainian guests. It is good to have you here. I'm very pleased to greet such a diverse crowd today on behalf of the High Representative Vice President Kaja Kallas. She sends her best regards and very much regrets not being with us in person for this important event. And the reason is simple, it's Ukraine. High Representative Kallas is indeed meeting foreign ministers of the Weimar Plus group in London today to ensure we provide Ukraine with strong support and to ensure that we will offer strong and robust security guarantees for Ukraine. Following the first edition last year, many member states and Ukraine wanted to turn these forums into regular events. And we are more than happy to do so by organizing this second EU-Ukraine Defense Industry Forum. Last week, on the 9th of May, the High Representative, together with EU foreign ministers, was in Lviv as a clear symbol for our support to Ukraine. And one of the most important and very concrete things we can do is to support Ukraine's defense industry and to ensure that deep ties are established between our industries for mutual benefit. This is what today's event is all about. But we deliver not just with events. Our support is tangible. On Friday, Kaja Kallas announced that the EU will invest 1 billion euros in Ukraine's defense industry. Contracts were signed in Lviv last week, and money will now be invested in the cutting edge of Ukrainian defense industry, for example, the production of drones and missiles. But this is not all. In the coming 2 weeks, we will also spend an additional 900 million euros to procure weapons and ammunition for Ukraine. All of this funded with the windfall profits from the frozen Russian assets. With this, the EU has now provided a total of 3.3 billion euros to support Ukraine and its defense industry. The EU is now the largest foreign public investor in the Ukrainian defense industry. This comes on top of what EU member states provide in direct financial support to Ukraine's defense companies to address urgent military requirements. But it would be misleading to think that only Ukraine benefits from EU support. On the contrary, the Ukrainian defense sector has a lot to teach the EU. Because you, Ukrainian defense companies, are blazing the trail. Your capacity to produce is astonishing. Since 2022, your production capacity has increased by more than 30 times. Your innovation is inspiring. For example, the development of seaborne drones. And your creativity is impressive to see, like the low-cost Sky Fortress network of nearly 10,000 sensors to detect Russian drones. Overall, the speed of your innovation cycles, the ability to use good enough systems instead of perfection, and the amazing spirit with which you are tackling the huge challenges in front of you are inspiring. The next logical step is to find more opportunities to work together. We see this already taking shape. Our companies on both sides are increasingly teaming up. Governments are seeing the value of Ukraine's innovation and are funding more and more co-production schemes. This is the right direction of travel. We very much count on you today to drive this cooperation forward and to turn political ambitions into realities. With the 1 billion euros announced by Kaja Kallas on Friday and with the upcoming SAFE and EDIP instruments, we are there to support you in this endeavor. We will use all the instruments at our disposal to maximize support for Ukraine and for its integration into the European defense technological and industrial base. Yet, we know there are also obstacles to integration. Bottlenecks for motors and electronic components create delays for producing the short-range missile defense and drones that you need. And we know there are concerns from companies on both sides, be it accessing finance or certification for your products. We encourage you to discuss these things today. This is also why today we are launching a new EU-Ukraine task force on defense industrial cooperation in order to promote concrete solutions. In this spirit, please make the most out of this event. Enjoy the exchange during the panels, and please use the matchmaking phase actively to know each other and see where you can build something together. This will ensure the security of Ukraine, but also the security of all of us. I wish you an excellent Defense Industry Forum. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Charles, for these inspiring remarks, and I think you also brought out very well actually how Ukrainian defense industry is also benefiting European defense industry, and that also is, of course, one of the issues that we can discuss going forward. I would now like to invite to the podium Minister Herman Smetanin, please, for your opening remarks. Please, Minister, the floor is yours.